The Howling Knights are a Codex-compliant, loyalist chapter, among the youngest and one of the most secretive of the successor chapters in the Imperium. Formed from the Dark Angels, their creation was rather climactic, as their first members were of the several companies of Astartes that were sent to the colony of Vilis. Vilis is named for its vast jungles of violet foliage and the massive clouds of gas that stain armor permanently purple over time and will become toxic to even space marines over time. The colony for many years was a prosperous, if low population colony of the Imperium and had always faced threats from nearby orc tribes, but had weathered it well. For some time, the planet was even known for trading with and hiring blood axes, but that came to a crash as a new war was stirred up by war boss Mako, the chopper boss, and most of the planet was overrun. 300 Dark Angels were sent to clear the infestation and protect the Imperial interests there at all costs. However, the orcs who were immune to the toxic gases and had learned over the years to tame the planet's dangerous wildlife were no easy foes, and the battle quickly devolved into a campaign. The Dark Angels soon established their base at the massive fortress that loomed over the planetary capital and planned to drive the orcs from the endless jungles. However, fate had other plans. Sensing an opportunity to strike, a chaos cult that had formed on the planet sent prayers to the ruinous powers, bringing the attention of the Thousand Suns warband. Using their foul sorcery, the suns engulfed the planet in a great curse, pulling it out of real space and trapping both the Dark Angels and the orcs in limbo. With nothing but what they had brought to the planet, the resources of the fortress, and the strength of the company master, Taz and Lear, the Dark Angels held against the siege of orcs for years, their strength waning with each battle, but their determination never faltering. After 30 years of fighting, the battle became direr with the arrival of a World Eater's force. An expedition into the vast caves beneath the fortress unyielding discovered something that would change the company's destiny forever. A force of 200 Astartes, worn and weathered, but somehow alive, had taken shelter in the great twisting caves beneath the planet. It was a force of Iron Warriors, their armor and knowledge indicating they had not fallen to chaos with their brothers. They had never even met their Gene Father, having been deployed to this planet for a compliance campaign early in the Great Crusade. Seeing the opportunity to gain much-needed reinforcements, Taz and Lear chose diplomacy rather than destruction, as many of the Dark Angels though, and after speaking with Kaldin Agai, the captain of the remaining Iron Warriors, an alliance was proposed. The Dark Angels' company master was tactful in his discussion, giving certain truths about the fate of the Iron Warriors while withholding others. Kaldin and his brothers were shocked to hear that they had been trapped for over 10,000 years, for to them it had seemed less than 100, but they were indefinitely more so when they heard the fate of their brothers. Learning that their brothers had been tricked and betrayed down the path of treachery against the Emperor. But all was not lost, for they were offered a choice. Join with the Dark Angels and fight until they were rescued or destroyed by the warp, the Orcs or the Dark Angels. It was no idle decision for the Iron Warriors, and though some decided to stay behind or simply disappear, the pragmatic Iron Warriors in the end chose to join with their cousins. The Iron Warriors would fight alongside the Dark Angels and would keep the secret of their true origins once free. In exchange, the sons of Johnson would swear to harbor them and aid them in continuing their gene line. With their newfound strength, the Dark Angels and Iron Warriors wished to continue to weather a siege until rescue, but after an additional 10 years they were left with no choice but to devise a plan. Fight their way to the large orc settlement that housed the quote-unquote epicenter of warp energy on the planet, and allow the few remaining librarians one chance at breaking the curse. What followed was the greatest battle in their decades on the planet, fighting their way through the World Eaters, orcs and demons for almost 2 days straight. The combined force managed to take the settlement and hold it long enough for the last librarian, Morgan Ledrius, to reverse the spell at the cost of his own life, but allowing the remaining 88 Astartes to escape. The highest-ranking members remaining, new created Dreadnought, Taz and Lear, petitioned for a new chapter to be created, for they could not be Dark Angels, nor could they be Iron Warriors. They were now the Howling Knights, forever bound by honor to keep their alliance a secret. For if ever the truth was made light, even other members of the Unforgiven would not be a safe harbor.